What's going on, Wild Time here with another World of Warcraft video. September 27th, weekly reset here in NA. And we're just going to talk about what I got in my vault, which is not going to be too exciting this week. I only ran, I think, like 2 dungeons. Knocked out a couple 20s. The time walking event, and sort of how to double that up with the Brewfest that's going on, and faded raids and mythic plus affixes, and just sort of some other things to do this week during World of Warcraft. So let's go ahead and go to my vault first. As you can see, I just have one thing, makes it an easy choice. This is actually pretty cool. This is a shoulder, and so I could actually take this to the Zereth Mortis and use Cosmic Flux to turn this into a tier piece. And the tier pieces actually keep their tertiary stats. So this would then be a tier piece with avoidance, which is going to be super sick. Right now, I have a 298 tier piece with speed. So I'm going to be giving up that speed, but I'm going to be gaining 6 item levels, 304, the highest that I think you can get right now, and it's going to have avoidance. So that is a pretty sick upgrade actually right there. And then we're going to get a plus 20 key. Let's see what it is. Yep, that's a good upgrade right there. And then we've got a Operation Mechagon Junkyard. So that is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead while we're talking about dungeons. Actually, let me go ahead and move these shoulders here. Let me move them down so I can remember to go to the Creation Catalyst to change them out. While we're talking about Mythic Plus Dungeons, let's look at what's going on this week. It is Tyrannical, so the bosses are going to hit harder. Sanguine leaves little pools of like blood stuff when you kill mobs. So as a tank, you're going to have to drag them out of that so that way they don't heal and it doesn't do damage to you. And Storming pops little tornadoes, just dodge them. And then Shrouded is just the season affix, pretty easy. You kill mobs that you're going to have to kill anyway, pretty much, and you get a increased buff. All right, now Sanguine and Storming. I'm picturing Grimrail Depot in the trains to be horrendous. Might be a one to stay away from this week. I mean, you can run it, but it's going to be a little bit harder. Anywhere with tight corridors, right? So like Lower Karzhan, even some in Upper. Anywhere where there's not a lot of room, Sanguine makes it harder. So things like Ring of Peace to knock mobs out of Sanguine. And then there's all kinds of other things you can do. I think there's like Flashing Light. I think Paladins have one where it'll knock them back. Druids have a lot of different ways to knock mobs back. Any kind of pushback or knockback, or DKs have like a death grip that they can pull mobs out. Anything that displaces mobs is going to be handy this week. So for me, I'm a brewmaster. I'm going to make sure that I am, running Ring of Peace like I always am to help knock those mobs out, so they're not just standing there healing. Storming sort of not an issue. Just avoid it. All right. I'm not sure what my goals are this week. I'm already 2297. I really don't have much left to prove to myself. I mean, I could probably try to up these, but there's really no mount or anything that's going to come from that. So I'll see what happens. Let's see. Raids. Faded raids this week are Sepulchre are the first ones, meaning that the Faded World boss is going to be the boss in Zereth Mortis. So right here, Antros is going to drop 285 and give you 500 anima, which is super sweet. By the way, gold making, you would take the quest to get 1000 anima in the reservoir. Go ahead and kill Antros, super easy, and then go ahead and kill one of the other world bosses. Maybe this guy down here in the mall, or over here, looks like in Revendreth this week. And then you get your 1000 anima with 2 kills. So then you've got, I think that gives like 1600 gold for that quest. It's pretty good, pretty easy. And then you can also continue to run your mission table with that anima that it has. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Make sure you get your faded raids in. You still need to kill all the faded raid bosses to get your Jigglesworth mount. Let me pull that up real quick so y'all can see what that looks like. Jigglesworth Senior, pretty sick mount. Got to kill all the faded world bosses, or not world bosses, all the faded raid bosses. You still have time. I ran them as an overgeared tank for the first time on normal with only like 2 wipes out of all the raids. So it did take me about 6-7 hours to run that, but no time like the present to get started, because as it is currently, it'll take you at least 3 weeks to do that. So you might as well get started on this week, because if not, you go to next week, still going to take you 3 weeks after that. Okay. So for the weekend event, there's actually some pretty good stuff. I'm actually got a video out as well about making gold with time walking. Wrath of the Lich King time walking. You can get the Epicurean rewards from the spice bags from the vendor to make to get enough to buy the chef's hat. It's going to cost you 2,500 time war badges, so it is quite a bit, which helps you craft cooking faster. And then you can also get your Alliance Vanguard or your Horde Expedition rep commendation tokens, which you need to buy the Mechano-Hog or the Mech Engineer chopper for Northwind Engineering that you can then resell on the auction house now and forever. So pretty much sum it up to 2 ways to do that. Also, leveling this week is going to be good. Brewfest is still going on, so remember to still kill Corn Dire Brew once per alt to try to get the tankards that are selling between like 3 and 5k right now. That price will probably go up the farther away from the event that you get. And then also at 6:15 a.m. and 6:15 p.m. There's an event. You just have to be in your main little hub there, which is outside of Ironforge for Alliance and outside of Orgrimmar for Horde, and you'll get a experience buff that lasts 2 hours. So 6:15, get that buff. It persists through death, and then start spamming time walking dungeons, and that'd be a good way to finish leveling up some of your alts or some new wherever you're at in your leveling process. That'll help expedite that. Other than that, you get reputation gains from the factions. So Wrath of the Lich King rep gains from combat and quests, and then you can get your quest here, and you can take your frozen path through time, and you do 5 time walking dungeons, and you get a cache of faded treasures, which is going to be good for some of y'all. And I think this is based on the item level. This is based on the highest like raid level that you have cleared, I believe. That's how it's been in the past anyway. Haven't done much with it this season, but get you some gear there. And yeah, so time walking, we talked about that. A little bit about how you can get the best for leveling with XP. Also, just in brief, how to maybe make some gold on there. And yeah, I got an upgrade in the vault. Talked a little bit about the faded raids and Mythic Plus. So I think that's it. Sort of winding down towards the end of the season here. I've accomplished most of the goals that I wanted. So just sort of hanging out, making some gold and making some content. So thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, hit the like button, join the Discord, links down below as well to join the World of Warcraft community outside of game time. And remember guys, it's just a game. Play it, have fun with it, do what you enjoy. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.